Hello, guys! Thank you once again for tuning in. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for a new episode of the New Comic Book Day Rundown. I am Dustin, your PR coordinator.
And I am Assistant Editor Katie O'Brien, back again.
Yes, very excited when we have Katie on the show with us. As you can see, we've got a few wonderful things to discuss with you today. But before we do, I'd like to remind you all that if you see anything that we talk about on the table today, please feel free to email contests@darkhorse.com if you would like to have one of these items for your own. We will do our very best to hook you up with something we know you're going to love. We also have a couple of cool digital sales going on right now. We have got a Conan Mega Bundle on Dark Horse Digital, as well as our Omnibus digital sale. This is really exciting because a lot of our big fat Omnibus volumes, the ones that are this thick and take up a ton of space on your shelf, that's inconvenient, right? So you can get them on digital and fill up your library without wasting any of your shelf space, and a lot of these digital volumes are only $5.99, so that is a screaming deal.
It's a great way to catch up if you've been
letting
them sort of stack up.
Exactly, yeah. If you've got a series that you're behind on, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of those larger scale digital volumes. Let's go ahead and dive into what we have new on sale today. The first item on the agenda is Call of Cthulhu. This is a trade paperback. It's a very, very fun story by Evan Dorkin and Sarah Dyer. It's got art by Aaron Humiston. And essentially, this is a story of a teenage girl who finds out that she carries the bloodline of Lovecraft's great old ones in her veins. So instead of a summer job and checking out colleges, she's going to find herself battling supernatural monsters, human assassins, and her uncle, the King in Yellow.
Right, also out today we have the first trade paperback volume of Dead Inside from the always fantastic John Arcudi and Tony Fajula. When an inmate is murdered within the locked walls of a prison, a seemingly ordinary case leads a young detective to discover troubling truths about her friends, her job, and her community. And this collects the first 5 issues.
And speaking of Omnibus, we have got I Am a Hero Omnibus Volume 4. You've probably heard me talk about this series before. I absolutely love it. This is phenomenal horror. This series has often been lauded as The Walking Dead of Japan. So this is going to follow the events of a zombie outbreak in Tokyo. Very, very exciting and gory stuff here.
And for some of our single issues out today, American Gods number 6. I know a lot of you guys have been following this one. As Wednesday attempts to rally his fellow gods to fight, Shadow is kidnapped by Men in Black, Mr. Wood and Mr. Stone, who brutally beat and interrogate him for answers on the coming God War. And this, as always, has a beautiful variant cover by David Mack as well. Maybe get both.
Yeah, definitely get both.
Maybe get both.
I have to say, I think Mr. David Mack outdid himself on that one. I just think that one's absolutely stunning. We have also got the 3rd issue of Briggs Land. For 150 years, the Briggs clan has managed to keep off the grid and out of the public eye, but with recent events surrounding a group of detained Canadian hikers and the execution of a Patriot member, Grace and the rest of the Briggs family are outed to the rest of the world at large in this issue. This is the finale of this arc before we do the back 3. And then this one also has an absolutely gorgeous variant cover.
All right. Last thing on our table today, Dragon Age Knight Errant number 4. As Vea sets out on the second leg of her mission, Granger and Marquette accuse her of being the culprit behind the rash of thefts in Thedas. A little bit of a whodunit there.
It is a whodunit. And that's actually getting really fantastic reviews, so we're very excited with the reception on Dragon Age Knight Errant. I'd highly recommend checking that out. Love the covers by Sasha and Tang.
Beautiful covers.
Yeah,
Good job, everyone.
The Dragon Age covers for both Knight Errant and Mage Killer by Sasha have been amazing.
Beautiful.
And I think you should all follow him on Instagram and Tumblr if you're not, because his artwork is beautiful. That is everything that we've got to discuss with you today. So if anything you saw struck your fancy, shoot us an email at contest@darkhorse.com. We will do our very best to get you something that is going to be great on your bookshelf and in your brain. And like I said, we've got a lot of great digital sales right now. I'm going to go ahead and post the links once we go offline here, so you can take advantage of those, and we will see you next week.
All right, bye guys. Happy reading.